Start it now, and then I'm going to watch it from the YouTube video. Excellent connection. Put you down here. All right, we are live. Let me copy the link. I'll send you the link through Messenger, or I'll just post it to Bushwhacker chat.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll pull it up. I got YouTube open on my laptop right now, and I'm subscribed to you, so I'll just pop it up there.
Oh, okay. And I'll post it to the Mofo chat. All right. And now, all right, you got the link up?
I just stepped out for a second. I'm going back inside to pop it up real quick.
Do your thing.
What in the world?
All right, I'm seeing about a 3 to 4 second delay.
Okay.
Right, it's set to ultra low latency. What's up, Todd? Bob, can you speak to see if Todd hears you? Make sure we got good sound.
Hello.
Sean, do you hear Todd? Todd, do you hear Bob?
Right on.
Todd is non-responsive. All right, cool.
Please, all right. Yeah, all right.
All right, let's go.
Let's do this. You're doing 10?
Yeah, dude, I just started 10 too. Oh fuck, there's Pete.
Just finished up with his grind. Right on.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, look how tiny my little screen is.
Yeah, I know. It's because it's the phone.
Yeah, all good. Look at us figuring this out. Thank God I've got people who know what the hell they're doing, because I sure don't.
Yeah.
I don't even know what courses are on 10 anymore.
They've never changed.
They never changed?
No.
So what, Nordic Fjords and
Gakasho and there's one other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like mine's frozen.
Are you froze? Yeah, you do look like you froze. Hang on 1 second.
All right.
We'll have to reinitiate the
Team viewer?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that something I need to do on my end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect shot.
How did you freeze up? I mean, it froze up on my end too. Like I gotta.
Huh. I will guarantee it's probably my fault. Oh, here we go. Now it's working.
All right, good.
Todd, I will guarantee you whatever it is that's going on, it's on my end, because I.
Yeah, it's Gakasho, Nordic, and Oasis.
Oasis, that's the third one. Oh yeah, Oasis got some shootouts that I just absolutely hated.
No Walmart internet here, motherfucker.
Nice eye.
Mine has been on and off since the hurricane. We got our power back like Friday evening, and then our internet was back like right away, but then it dropped out on Saturday. It just came back yesterday, so it's whatever's going on. It's probably on mine. I mean, I got a good connection now, but it's spotty sometimes.
Well, I'd say this: YouTube has been screwing up too.
Has it?
Yeah.
Well, not really a big surprise there, I guess.
So was there a lot of damage or what?
Perfect shot.
Not a ton.
I need to turn off the game sound.
We got like
Nice on.
we got really, really lucky. We had a number of trees that fell in our complex, but like almost all of them fell in such a way that the damage was really minimized. Only one actually fell into a building.
Bob,
And
you're frozen again.
what the hell? Well,
You're not frozen on my screen though. It's frozen. That's weird. Hang on.
YouTube. All right.
Yeah, that's really strange. Let me look at
Let's
OBS
work.
again.
It's like, yeah, I don't know what the deal is. It looks like it's coming and going.
There it goes. Now
I
we
don't know
got
if
it.
to stabilize it.
That might
So-
be my fault.
Like some really tall trees that got uprooted from the winds, but only one of them hit a building in my complex, and it landed on like the upper the second story balcony. So it damaged the roof and the gutters and a little bit of the balcony, but like the glass doors didn't even break. And then only one car. There was one truck in the parking lot that the top half of a relatively large tree split in half and fell, but it just glanced off the top of his truck. So he's really minimal damage. We got pretty lucky. No flooding here. Like right around me, but my wife works at a different apartment complex a little bit away, and a tree came up there and uprooted and broke their water line, and so they had not only no water for like 3.5 days, but that busted pipe flooded like 7 or 8 apartments over there. So they've been dealing with all kinds of nonsense, but I mean, all in all, we got really lucky. So
We got a ton of rain. We got nothing like you guys got.
yeah, it was just nobody was really worried about it because it was kind of it was basically like between a tropical storm and like a level 1 hurricane, but it was moving so slow, and then it picked up steam, and by the time it actually got to Mobile and to us, it was almost a category 3. So it went from like nothing to all of a sudden just being like brutal. And it was just moving so slow that there was nothing we could really do about it but to just sit here and kind of deal with it. So 29, 59, 16, 8. And
Well, we got to get you up and streaming because I hate T10. Absolutely hate it. I like it when they change the tours up.
Yeah, and the change in 11, I guess, is regarded by most folks as a good change because from what I hear, most other people were not big fans of Paris, although that was my home track. So
that was your jam right there, huh?
Yeah. So losing one was annoying, and just the two. I don't even remember the damn names of the ones that they brought in. I'm so bad at that. I'm starting to figure out the holes. Was it Greenock and whatever the hell the other one is? Glades?
Sunshine Glades.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
I guess I'll look.
I don't have these shootouts down like you, Sean.
Southern Pines, that's the one.
Todd
the one from the
Beast on 10.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out some of those shootouts. I'm still not 100% familiar with the newer ones. So anytime we get a Maple Bay one, we got to take advantage. Oh boy. Let's see here. Two plus 21.8. 91. We'll call that 3.
Man,
And
that came up short.
ugh.
This dude's gonna go after it.
I mean, I guess if he's trying to play the rough bump, then that can work. But oh no, he's laying up. I can't believe he's using backspin. I think that's going to land in the rough and just die.
It did. You were right.
I don't think. Yeah.
All right, Todd. We'll catch you later, buddy.
They put scoreboards up on White Cliff for the, I guess, for the mini, for the Ryder Cup mini.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Somebody just said that in the chat. They put scoreboards and flags everywhere on White Cliffs. Should I jump up into 12 just to see what it looks like?
You're a better man than I.
I played 12 for a whole whopping like day and a half after they took Paris out because I was protesting.
You better be careful if you jump into 12 because Pete's over here. He's gonna snipe you.
Well, he'll have to switch accounts then. If he's still if he's still grinding for us, then we won't match up.
No, but Pete, he knows better.
Yeah. Well, if he does, then he better give me all 3. 12's such a pain in the ass. That's why I hate it. Like, just everything about it's just bad.
I think 12's got the same problem that 10 does.
What's that?
They never change the courses.
Oh, yeah. 11 is usually the one that gets messed with.
What's up, Tony?
Oh, T-Dog in the house.
Talk about Captain Snipey.
12-6.
Well, the problem with 12 is different than 10, right? Because 12, they don't change the courses and nobody's got anywhere to go.
Yeah, it's the jump up from 10 to 11 is pretty massive because of the move back on the tees. And then, 12 is just a log jam of people who just have been doing nothing but grinding 12 forever. So if you don't know the holes, it's impossible to gain any traction because you're basically going up against C100 massive grinders damn near every hole.
Yep.
You don't really get a break. 11's kind of just right there in the middle. Like I see a lot of the same. I'm sure you're the same in 10, where I get a lot of the same opponents fairly regularly.
I haven't been in 10 long enough to really do that. There's some guys I've seen a couple of times. My thing is, when you're in 10 and you see a dude with a Marlin, you are fucked.
Yeah, I think that same thing in 12 too. There's some crazy mofos in 12 that'll bust out Marlins. Brandon Burke will do that to you. Some other people will play with like Quasars and Navigators sometimes. And that's how you really know, like, oh crap, this is not going to go well.
Man, I had a dude pull out a Marlin on me, and I swear, like, the winds were just absolutely ferocious, and every shot was dead on.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this guy is dialed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you get the people who have done nothing but grind that same tour for God knows how long. They've got every single shot, every little nook and cranny of every hole of every course on that tour dialed in completely. I got everybody's favorite Tour 12 whipping boy, D-Block. I think I'm going to try...
That's a weird wind you got.
Yeah, it's not good. I think I'm just going to lay up. Not a good wind to really try anything crazy. Although normally this hole is hooky slicey every time, but it's not worth it from this angle.
This is going to suck because it's going to put me right in that tree.
Oh, I didn't get near far enough either.
So
Yeah, Pete, I'll jump up there every once. If I do it on stream, I'll look like an ass, but
I got to go back and my equipment's so much better now than when I was playing 12 regularly that it's almost like it's a completely different tour. Because when I first maxed it, I had APOC 5, Cata 5. So going back and trying to play the same stuff, but now I've got APOC 7, Cata 7. Oh, D-Block hit a nice slice.
So you are prime for 12 then?
What's that?
You're prime for 12.
Well, yeah, you would think. Except since I don't use an app or anything, I've just got to figure out all the numbers.
That's the insane part. I can't believe it.
Figure out.
I mean, I can do it in my head until the elevations all change.
Yeah.
But for every club to have it memorized, wow.
It really is just a matter of like, once you start to figure it out, they all start kind of getting similar. They're all kind of close.
He dropped that.
So like, especially with the upper level ones, it's all just, you can kind of just base it on 1-to-1 play at that point. Like,
yeah.
Like Thor's Hammer 7, APOC 7, stuff like that. I'm just doing plus or minus, some variation on 1-to-1, depending on what the, angles and everything else are in the pole and wherever you're going. And then really it's just a matter of kind of like figuring out what they are. And then it just kind of gets to be like second nature. And especially with the upper level clubs, like right now, since I started my third account, it's a little bit different because I have to go look up what the numbers are for each of these clubs before I start trying to use them. But they usually fall into one of a handful of categories. So you kind of get used to it, like 1.3, 1.75, stuff like that, where once I've had a club that's similar enough to that, then I can just kind of play it. Like right now, I've got a Thor's Hammer level 2 on my baby account, and it basically plays the same as like a Thorn, a maxed out Thorn, like 1.75 to 1.
You can go enough rings on the slice.
But I do go back and reference the Wind Chart Creator on Golf Clash Notebook, stuff like that. For the clubs that I don't, when I'm building up an account especially, that's kind of when it gets a little bit dicey. So I usually just like input all my clubs. I have a little chart that I'll go reference if I absolutely need to for the new ones. But like for for this account and for my second one, where basically everything's either maxed or close to being maxed,
I don't need anything anymore now, but like for the new one, I do a little bit. I'm rocking EM5 and all the and Thor's Hammer level 2 in Tour 9. So, and I've gotten up almost maxed it now, but that also means that I'm running into people with like maxed epic clubs. So matching up my Extra Mile 5 with APOC 7s is generally not a good proposition, but none of the shootouts, luckily, in 9 use driver, so not a super big deal. I can usually get away with, I think I've got Sniper 7, and I'm mostly using a Grizzly 4, and a number of the shootouts still use the long iron, so I'm not at a super huge disadvantage there.
Thanks, Michael.
Yeah, appreciate the good luck. Oh, this guy's only got an APOC 5 and Thor 6. Yeah, good idea to switch to the Thor 6 here.
Do you play more with a Thor's Hammer or an APOC in 11?
More with the Thor.
Yeah.
I got so used to it. That's kind of why I started playing so many hooks and slices. My Thor got upgraded much, much faster than my APOC did. So to compensate for not having a higher level, I just decided I was going to hook and slice everything with a Thor. And so I got used to it. And I got it up to 7 and haven't really looked back. Its accuracy is just a touch better than the APOC 7 and the ball. Like everything about it, except for distance and curl, are just a little bit better. Speaking of hooks and slices, I'm going to go ahead and smash this one down here, see if I can leave myself a wedge.
What's up, Carl? I love Thor's Hammer on 9.
Yeah, I finally got it unlocked on that on my. That could be going in a trap. Yeah, I finally got it unlocked, and it's just a 2 on my baby account. But I've switched and I'm playing with that over Extra Mile level 5 if I can get away with it for the most part now in 9. I'm not even talking that much, Pete. Jeez. I'm trying to be courteous. Haven't even finished my coffee yet, so I can't be talking that much. See if we can get up there out of the trap. Hey, Stu, thanks for the good luck.
Thanks, Stuart. The weather here went down to like the 60s, and it's supposed to go up to the 90s next week.
Gotta love it. Yeah. That was one of the crazy things about when I lived in St. Louis was the weather. You could have all 4 seasons within 2 days. It could be freezing cold and get up to 80 or 90 within a day or two. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's where my brother lives. My brother's in St. Louis.
Yeah.
They like it. He just moved out there a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan, but
it gets dogged on a lot because of, a variety of reasons. But if you find a good area there, cost of living's low.
Wish I could say that here.
Yeah.
The house down the street from me is it's a big house for where we live in DC.
Yeah.
But he's going for, I think it's 1.3 million, and it's sold in like 7 days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's wild. Yeah, we were trying to buy a house in St. Louis, and the market was just wild. Like, houses were going on the market and sold within a week, getting between 15 and 20 offers.
Yeah, you getting into bidding wars?
Wild. What's that?
You getting into bidding wars?
Yeah, I mean, we went over asking price every time we put an offer in, and didn't get anything.
Oh,
so
shit.
we were just like, screw it. Let's. We were trying to move down to the beach a couple years back. It didn't work, and we're like, well, screw it. Let's just take the money we were going to use to buy a house and go move to the beach. So we did, and then 2 weeks later, got hit with our first hurricane. So trial by fire.
How far are you off the beach?
From the beach itself, we are about a 25 minute drive. So the way Pensacola is set up is there's the city itself, and then there's actually an island on your way to the beach called Gulf Breeze, and then there's the beach itself, Santa Rosa Island, is like the really nice beach. So you've got Santa Rosa Island, then the Sound, Santa Rosa Sound, then Gulf Breeze Island, and then Pensacola Bay. So we're actually up like we're really close to the bay, but not so close to the beach. And I don't think we can even get to the beach right now. Well, we can't get to Gulf Breeze right now. That's what it is, because during the hurricane, a barge came loose. 2 barges came loose and hit the bridge, and it crumbled. They're doing construction work on the bridge that is out of commission right now to expand it. And so they had a bunch of barges out there. They came loose during the hurricane, smashed the bridge up. So I don't think we can even get there yet. We were driving around to try and see if we could, like, what was all down and everything. And our passage to get there couldn't do anything. So nice ace from our opponent here. So
Yeah, I got fucked on a bad drive and then a terrible wedge shot.
yeah, I was lucky to get there anyway after that awful drive. Once I had got over to the slice position, there was no longer as much of a tailwind. I should have put on should have adjusted and put on some left spin when I was trying to slice there.
You know, it's sort of funny here, like houses.
Uh-huh.
I remember, like, when I first was looking to buy, my wife and I were dating. There was a neighborhood that we bought in that was like, oh, he missed it. Shit. And she bought her first condo. It was like 600 square feet for like, it was going for like 90 grand. And people were like, oh my God, it's $90,000, right?
Uh-huh.
And it took them like 2 years to finish. And when they were done, the day that they were closing on them, people were selling those units for $350.
Yeah.
600 square feet. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that's wild.
And they were going, and literally, like, they would put it on the market, and they would say, we're gonna, like, on a Friday or a Thursday, and they'd say, we entertain all offers need to be in by Tuesday at 5 with your escalation clause.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep, it's a wild time right now for sure. It's crazy. And yeah, Lord knows, I wish I would have bought some real estate a decade ago and be selling it off now at a massive, massive profit. But, you know, I didn't have any money back then. I still don't have any money. What the hell am I talking about?
So I was actually at one time buying shells.
Yeah.
And flipping them.
Uh-huh.
And I was getting loan sharked. Is how I was getting the money to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, damn it, 30% interest a month.
Yeah, that'll cut into your profits a little bit, but I mean, if you're still making money, then that's okay.
Yeah, but no kidding, dude. I was going into a bar, and I'd buy the property at the bar off a guy that was coming into the bar, and then I'd turn around and flip it like 3 days later.
Oh, that's not bad.
So I wasn't carrying it for very long.
Yeah.
But like the guy I was borrowing the money from was doing this really cool deal where your entry fee, because it was condos, some of them were condos we were buying. If you bought condos, if you bought in phase one, like totally pre-construction, they don't even have a hole in the ground. He just bought the land. Your price, let's say it's $90,000. In phase two, they still haven't dug a hole, right? Because it's only 15 days later. That same unit is $15,000 more. So my guy, he was getting the developer to give him the ability to sell all the phase ones, and he would charge you $5,000 to buy the phase one. And the donation was to Habitat for Humanity International. And so he would shut down the bar in August, and you would go down to, whether it was like he did some in Africa, like there was a bunch in Nigeria, Vietnam, Egypt, Cambodia, and they would go down there and they build houses. And then he was doing a thing, if you've ever heard of the Grameen Bank, which was started out of what is that country? They have terrible flooding. It's near India and Pakistan. Bangladesh.
Oh, yeah.
And and the dude was like, he does low interest loans, so like $1,000.
Yeah.
And to get people started doing businesses.
Oh, that's
and he literally loans out, I forget how many billions of dollars a year, and has like a 98% repayment rate, which is higher than any American bank.
Yeah.
So that was like a lot of like the cool stuff about it, but it got to a point where the market crashed. And, around 2005, 2004, and Bubba, you weren't holding on to properties, you know what I mean? Like, you got stuck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, good on him for figuring out a nice sustainable business model and a way to help people as well. I mean, that's,
dude, he's sitting on a bar in the neighborhood that's worth probably the property is he bought it off his sister. He's an Iranian immigrant who came to this country. He can't read or write English or Farsi.
Whoa.
But he's the building he's got is worth over $5 million. Yeah, he's a millionaire. I mean, for him at this point, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
And loaning to me at 30% interest. I mean, all that money, yeah. But like now it's gotten to where, it used to be like, so I live in Washington, D.C., everything down by like the Capitol building and everything, nobody bought anywhere down in there. Now, you can't find a spot.
Right.
For some reason, I cannot figure out the elevation on this because I try to go after it and I end up in the bunker. Every time I like try to go after it.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I usually just play it safe. Like,
yep.
It's one that is rarely, if ever, going in. You can try and kind of get it dialed in tournament play, but like, just leave it close for the wedge.
That's what I'm thinking. At this point, I've gotten to a point where this is one of those holes I like to play for the shootout.
Right.
In Tour 9, I had them dialed in like nobody's business.
Yeah.
But 10, I just haven't been I haven't been on it long enough to really get like the second shots dialed in the way I want to.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy's got a Cat 7. Good on him.
Lucky mofo.
Ain't that the truth? Oh, and he's going to go after it.
I can't complain since I just got it, I guess, but
I'm dying to get it. I'm close to my Endbringer 7. I'm close to a Falcon 7. Once I get those clubs, buy T10.
Over. Oh, I think I just lost. It rolled right past. Son of a... Need a little bit more backspin.
Hey, Shiva. I hear you, Carl, but you know what, dude? My wife is a native Washingtonian. Born and raised here. She's like fourth generation. And the city has grown on me. I mean, it's kind of cool to walk out my office. If I walk outside my office, I am literally I'm on Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm 6 blocks from the Capitol building and 10 blocks from the White House. It's kind of cool. But the traffic and living here, whew. My house is 6 miles from the office. If I drive, it takes me 45 minutes to an hour. And my thing is, if I've got to drive 45 minutes to an hour to get to work, but if you live in the suburbs, man, you could be like an hour and a half each way to go like 20, 30 miles.
That's ridiculous.
That's insanity. But that's just the way it is here.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up in Dallas, and traffic there was just ridiculous. So
I spent some time in Dallas one summer. A buddy of mine lived in. Well, one of them went to college with a bunch of guys from Texas, and one of them he lived in Arlington. The other guy actually lived in Dallas, and then the other guy lived in this town south of Fort Worth. And then we had a couple guys that were like South Texas, like Corpus Christi. That's a good shot from there. Son of a bitch. And I kind of liked Texas. It was all right. It was hotter than hell, though.
yeah, it is. This could be bad.
Oh, I'm in deep trouble here.
Made it. Yeah, traffic down there was always a nightmare. Every summer would be a drought. They would have to put like water restrictions on every summer because it wouldn't rain for a month and a half. It would be 100 degrees every day, and just yeah. But traffic was just absurd. I mean, I learned how to drive down there, but like it's interesting when you go around the country to see like just the mannerisms and different ways that people treat driving. Like, because in Texas it was just aggressive, and then moving back to St. Louis, everyone kind of was very, very passive. Like if you came up to a 4-way stop in Texas, the biggest truck is going to try and ram through, first if they can, basically. Everybody's fighting for that position to go first. But then moving back to St. Louis, you go up to it was just so passive. You get up to a 4-way stop, and like everybody's trying to wave the other person on. Like this isn't how it's supposed to go. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I just remember being in Texas. If you were on like a country road and you pulled up on somebody, they sort of like pulled over on the shoulder to let you go around them. Like you didn't have to actually get in the other lane to go around them. They would like drive on the shoulder. Yeah. I'm like, this is the weirdest thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can remember just. I mean, this was like in the '90s when I was in Texas. It was god awful hot.
Yeah. Yeah, Peter, Florida. I'm in Pensacola, Florida, up in the Panhandle, real close to the Alabama border.
You get a winter though now, right?
What do you mean? Like
it's not like 70 degrees all year round, right? Like in December.
We were down here for New Year's part of the reason we lived here is because we vacation here and just liked it so much. We're like, well, let's just live there. So we were actually down here we did a polar plunge with my wife's family, and it was the coldest New Year's on record, and it was 40 degrees. So it'll get cold. It'll get cold, but not like super cold. It's not going to be like 70 all year round, but it's not going to be like an actual winter. No. Damn. Dude's making aces and albas against me. I better start making them myself. Yeah, it's not like Miami here. We'll still get chilly every once in a while. Like right now, it's beautiful out. It's been like mid-70s for basically since the hurricane hit. It got up into the 80s a couple days afterwards, but it's just been like gorgeous ever since. Rainy, but that's to be expected.
Miami's a good town.
Yeah, I haven't been down there.
Oh shit.
Miami itself, but I got a cousin in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, it's just north.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny. So I used to work. When I was a consultant. We had an office in Miami and an office in Tampa, and so I was down there a week in Miami and a week in Tampa every month.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, and in Miami, like we were like, and our office was like, I don't know, maybe like 30 people. And so I knocked everything out in the first couple of days, and then I had like Miami just to hang out.
Nice. Nice. Tampa was the other area we were considering when we were coming down, thinking about moving down here. That was the other spot. Tampa, St. Pete.
Yeah, Tampa's okay if you're over 70.
Yeah. And we did hear from people too, like Pensacola is not going to be what you're used to coming from St. Louis. Like it's kind of smaller. Like if you want something that feels more like St. Louis, then like Tampa, St. Pete's probably more your speed. And like, well, we're kind of just trying to slow down. Like we're sick of that crap. Let's go just take it easy and slow everything down a little bit.
I'm going to try to pull Slight 1159 on this. $39 in central New York. Yeah, New York gets cold, man. Upstate New York, even upstate, man. It's ugly.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, I was in upstate New York and around Albany one in January, and they got 16 inches of snow overnight.
No, thank you.
I was there for a wedding, and the guy, they just literally at the church, they just came in with some plows. No big deal.
Yeah.
Plowed out the parking lot. Everybody was good. All right, let's have a wedding. I'm like, who gets married in upstate New York in January? And literally, we were snowed in for like 3 days. We were staying with some people we didn't know. I was like, and there's nothing worse than like being stuck at somebody's house you don't know, and you can't go anywhere for like 3 days.
Yeah, that would be brutal. Are we going to have a great shot go in here too? Yeah. Oh, no, missed. It's not unlucky you hit great, man. Unlucky yourself when you hit a great shot. Ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, to each their own, I guess, but planning a wedding somewhere cold in the middle of winter, not my idea of a good time.
It's the worst.
But I got married outside in June, so I guess I'm not very smart either, but
I am, what am I? What is it now? I'm about 20 days from 16 years?
Woo!
Fuck.
Congrats.
Terrible. Yeah, like 16, 17 years, yeah.
Yeah. We had our 3rd anniversary this year, so I'm a few behind you.
Yeah, man, you got some work to do.
Yeah. I got a late start, so.
Well, I did too. I got married at 30.
I met my wife when I was there. I actually asked her out on my 30th birthday while I was blackout drunk.
Luckily, you didn't ask like the ugly fat chick, right?
Nah.
Ugliest lady in the bar, like you're like, wow, okay, I wasn't that drunk.
No, I'd been texting with her for a little while, and it was actually during Dart League. So we had a playoff match on my 30th birthday, and I'd been talking with her for a while, and like just got hammered drunk and was like, "Hey, like I think what I said was like I was hammered the week before, and I was like, I think I left you a real shitty tip." She's like, "Yeah, you did, but you were hammered, so it's all right. Like, no worries." Like, well, let me make it up to you by taking you out to dinner. Like, yeah, turn it around on her.
Where were you living at the time? Were you in St. Louis?
Yeah, yeah. So I was like, "It's my birthday, so you can't say no." So that kind of became the running joke, is anything important that I ask, I have to wait until my birthday, so she can't say no. I proposed on my birthday, too, just to keep things similar, at least. You can't say no, it's my birthday. So
I got Mike from the family. Let's see if he does shades. Oh, the prick. That's all right. You're gonna have to lose.
No shades, eh?
No shades. That's all right. I'm all right with that. To each his own.
Yeah. I thought we were feuding with them anyway. I can't keep track of everyone that we like and don't like anymore.
Yeah, I don't even worry about it.
Nah, if they give shades, then I'm okay with it. If not, then no big deal.
Oh, no, get out. I played my old clan president. Like, when I first started my first real clan, I was playing him, and I'm like, we immediately, like, throw shades at each other. And I'm like, all right. So I go out and I play basic ball, and this bastard comes out with a kingmaker. And I message him. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he was like, I was just throwing shades because I knew you. I don't do shades. You ought to know that. But when you saw me do basic ball, the least you could have done was not thrown on a kingmaker.
Right. Like, shades or no shades, after, like, if I've already done that, then at least be somewhat courteous.
Nah, he was
Don't
cool
have to
about
go
it.
1-to-1, but match it, at least, Yeah. Who did you start off with when you started playing?
What's going on, Jacob? Yeah, Pete's like, you see Pete sweep the leg.
Yeah. What clan was that? Who'd you start off with?
It was called Skull Clash Gang. Now it's like morphed into, everybody's left and gone on to this clan called Frog Balls, which is now a Marnix clan.
Oh, okay. There are a bunch of Skull clans.
Man, I don't like this at all. There's not enough room to get this one to go 10 rings back. Oh, maybe there is.
This dude just forfeited because he put it in the sand, but there was like an 8-mile-an-hour caddy wind for him, and he just didn't feel like playing it, I guess. Whatever. I'll take the points. I will not complain.
This could go flying.
Yeah, clans were kind of how I started getting more in the game. It wasn't really until clans came around that I started like looking around at how many communities there were.
Dude, I had no idea until I came to Bushwhackers.
Yeah.
No idea. And that was like, what, 2 years ago? Maybe, no, about a year ago?
Yeah.
And I was like, Pete Johnson was my first streamer.
Yeah.
I knew like Tommy streamed a little bit, and I'd heard of Fenzel, and I knew he was streaming a little bit, but I didn't pay attention to that stuff.
Right.
And then like I joined Bushwhackers, and Pete was like doing like our first push. Were you there for our first push?
I was, yeah. That's actually when I was playing Tour 12 regularly.
That was my first season in Bushwhackers, and I saw like Peter and Caddy.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, wait a minute. This dude is playing 2 devices at the same time. That's insane. On T12.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody playing T12. Period.
Right. Yeah. So I think it was the same update when Clans came out that they opened up 12. So like Clans started, I was in 10 and was basically unable to get any traction in 11 because that's where all the monsters were at the time. And then like the day that Clans opened up, I moved up to 11 because all the monsters moved to 12 and just started dominating it. Like finally got it maxed and just have been playing there ever since basically. But I started my own clan and we're still going strong. I think we're actually going to get relegated from Master 2 this year because I was pushing with Bushwhackers, and usually I put up like 10K in that account in that clan, but not this time. So I think I was on Reddit actually, and I saw Jesse post. He posted something there about like the 19th or something. I'm like, what the hell? Like, there are massive communities here, and so I ended up making a second account, and I joined James in Alley Cats. And that was kind of my introduction to the 19th and to like, oh, wow, like there's like giant Golf Clash communities on Facebook and other spots and stuff. So,
oh, that's going to come in ugly. He's going to put it next to the pin, but
it'll be right there. But yeah, doesn't have to look good.
Definitely didn't look good.
Jacob, what's going on? Thanks for the good luck, brother.
What is this guy doing? He's going to give it to me?
Alrighty.
Thanks, bro. Good luck. That's a shocker.
Wait, he ended up playing a Marlin?
Yeah, but watch what he does in the shootout.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
I'm going to rematch you.
He didn't flash shade. But then pulled out a Marlin anyway? And then just gave up the shootout?
Should I forfeit this?
I guess so. I mean, since he just gave you that one, maybe he was just like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe he didn't realize that it was a 19th. He wasn't paying attention. I'll go ahead and forfeit to him.
Yeah. I don't know. Everything about that just seemed weird to me.
Yeah, it did. I think I went shades. I didn't see him give me shades back.
No, I didn't see it either on the stream. So I don't.
So I'm like, all right.
He went Marlin though.
I went basic ball, no shades. I waited, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to go Titan.
Yeah.
He might not have been paying attention.
Yeah, it might not have been. And then he just saw your shootout shot and was like, screw it, I give up.
Nah.
Maybe thinking, okay, this is the way to go since I'm not going to beat that.
Maybe. I don't know. That was a pretty ugly attempt.
Yeah, that hole sucks anyway. It's just so inconsistent. I mean, you can kind of figure it out. But it's not fun.
This guy's going to send it. Nah. Thought he was going to send it there for a minute. What's up, Adam? Thank you. If this were Bob, Bob would slice the shit out of this. Number 21 in Bushwhacker 7K tonight. All right, that's you, Jacob. You got 7K.
Too far to the right there. If you come in on the right side of this pin, it'll start to funnel back towards the cup, but a great right pushed it too far. You can see towards the end of that roll there, it was starting to come back. Where you at, Jacob? You're 21? 6.87? Oh, yeah, you'll get there. You're there. Where am I at? 9.2?
Just don't count on the mini.
No.
The mini's not going to give you anything.
No, they don't. I got the Mini Master Gold, and I think it was like 400 points or something. I don't know. It was terrible. I couldn't believe how few it was.
Master though, I thought it's better than that. No, that's all it was.
I can't remember. I don't think I think it was a lot fewer than I was expecting.
Let's see where you're at, Jacob. Yeah, dude, you got this. Dude, you got this easy.
Yeah, you actually might be able to count on the Mini to get you over 7.
I'd like to be by the end of this push. I'd like to be over 12.5.
My plan was to try and go for my personal best, which I think was like 14K. But then the hurricane kind of ruined that. Oh, it was a lot more. Okay, yeah, 2.3. Oh, yeah, that was a lot more than I thought it was. Maybe it was Expert I was thinking of that had so much fewer.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was... Because Master's the only one that's actually worth playing, even though I'll still play Expert, but...
Yeah. I only do Master now for the minis. I can wing it enough to generally do okay. And it's usually... Like, I usually qualify on Thursday, and then I play junior first all the time, and that way I've got it. The fourth time through is usually my most lucrative. That's by that point in time, I've usually got it relatively dialed in. So this account has much better mini master finishes than junior. This one's got the gold and 3 top 10s and mini masters, and my other one, I think my best finish is like 40th or something.
Ooh, that went a lot longer than I thought it was going to go. That shouldn't have went that long. I think it's going to be interesting when they change the wins.
I'm looking forward to that. That's the main reason I started another account, is if I can get 3 looks at it, especially by the third time in Expert, then I'll have them dialed in. It won't bother me at all. Like the first time through is going to be not fun, trying to figure it out. But then my second time through is when I'll start getting everything figured out. And then the third time through, I think I'll be able to have everything like really dialed in. But, you know, I'm a tour play. I prefer tour play to tournament play anyway. So, like, being able to kind of get creative and adapt on the fly are situations where I think I can thrive. So that's kind of why I'm looking forward to it, is making those adjustments on the fly is something that I tend to excel at. I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see when they actually do it.
It'll be hard to dial it in though if they change the wind in the second round.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's why I wanted to make those other accounts. Was
so you have it in all. So your goal is to have one account that knows the wins.
Yeah, so I'll play it through the first 2 times, and then hopefully by the third time through, I'll have it basically dialed in and not have to worry about it too much.
See, I'm the same way. I prefer tour play, and I think that some of that might benefit me. But I don't know. I feel like the guys that know when you're dialing it in, like if it's this kind of wind, let me just counter it with this kind of spin or offset this way.
Right.
Are going to be just money.
Yeah, that's going to be the main factor in it all is can you get those little minute adjustments dialed in by your second or third time playing through? Because that's the difference. That's the difference between a gold and a top 10 or a top 50 even, is those tiny little adjustments that you make to get the drops. And that's where the real difference is going to be.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right.
But looking forward to it. I think it'll be a welcome change.
Get in the fucking hole, please. Ooh. Huh. It's good enough. Hey, Paul. Thanks, buddy.
Tournaments like this last one just kind of seem to get to be a drag.
I love the last one.
I'm sure you did. Yeah. You scored well.
I like those. I like 7. I almost like, so I used to kill hole 7 like in when it was on Tour 8. Like I just killed it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I almost went back to the way I played it because I like to play. I don't do it now, but like because I just stopped doing it. But I used to play with the arrow all the time. I'm an arrow player, and I almost went back to it, and I kind of should have because it was just frustrating as all hell.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't hit perfect on 2 or 7. My second shot on 7 like saved my life. So
7 was the difference maker for banners.
yeah, that rough bump was. I think that was the one with the rough bump, right? I think I just played it actually in tour play. My opponent made outlaw on it just here recently.
No, it was the no moving target.
Oh,
it was the Ian shot, no moving target.
Oh, the par 3. No, was 7 the par 3? 7 was the par 3.
Yeah, no moving target.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that one. I was playing. I think it was Brad in Bushwhackers. Posted one early, a plus 30 max. Shot that I was playing, and I got it, I think, once in Expert on the weekend with my other account. I only finished 31 on this one, which was just not good enough. Was just really happy to be able to play with all the connection issues and nonsense.
So you see what Carl's saying? He says when they change the winds, you can get different winds in the same round, so all your accounts may not have the same wind.
My understanding was that it was going to be the same winds for every round. So, like, round 1 would have the same winds. Because I don't think they can randomize it across just like a bracket. Because, say, a certain bracket gets a tailwind on a short par 4, and everybody makes an eagle there. You can't say, well, that's now the tiebreaker between. For the weekend round, if one bracket was able to drive the green and the other one wasn't, my understanding was that it was just going to be between rounds they were going to change it up. And I think that's the way to go. That's what I would like to see, what I would prefer to see them do, is to just get up between the rounds. But each round is the same, but the rounds are all different. So,
all right, Pete, we'll see you. This is the one time I wanted to have an end bringer on.
All right, good shot from our opponent there. Usually I play well further up than he did. (9-1) we'll go with.
Paul, I'll unsubscribe if you keep using them Titans. Dude, I'm not at your level yet. I'm not there yet, Paul. Get to grinding.
What's wrong with Titans?
Because Paul has been playing 10 for how many years, Paul? 5, 6? And he's now got it so dialed that he can play it with Marlins.
Oh. He's one of those mofos playing.
Yeah. I think
puts a scare into you.
Yes. There's a couple in Bushwhackers that are like just beasts in 10.
Yeah. Dan Hickey, I don't know why he didn't join us again for this push. Maybe he's got other stuff going on. I did see he was starting to stream again, I think. Maybe he wasn't streaming, but I saw him in a couple chats.
I've seen him in a couple chats. I haven't seen him stream yet.
Yeah, he was a Tour 10 monster for the last push. He was killing it.
So he and I have gone back and forth. So he and I pushed in Bushwhackers, and then I got him in. He got more points than I did in Bushwhackers, and so he was talking shit. And then I got him in Hole Hunters for a couple of seasons. Man,
yeah,
we've gone back and forth of trying to catch each other. But like, if you look at like Arna.
Yeah.
Arna and Laura, man, they just roll off like 20-game win streaks. And Brad kills it too.
Yeah. Get through the rough. Terrible. Gonna need some rough iron magic here to even get to the shootout. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who we usually have in Bushwhackers that we're missing for this one. Now, Dan's gone. No caddy time either. Yeah.
Yeah, we normally have caddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember who else wasn't with us this time. Oh, wait a minute. Let me wait for that pin chest. That silver chest. Yeah, I think Dan took a break for a while.
Yeah. Not enough. Eyeballed it, hit perfect, but didn't adjust enough.
I'm going to chill next month.
Yeah, I'm going to probably have to go focus on my clan and getting us back. We're Master 2 right now, but we're going to get relegated. And probably try and push back up to Master 2.
What clan is that?
It's just mine. It's mostly like friends and family from back in St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
We don't take it very seriously, but it's just kind of, it's a point of pride that we're still together, and the same core of about 25 of us have been together since season 1. Some old Marine buddies are in there, but mostly like friends from around St. Louis.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and we did a promotion push to Master 2 seasons ago, and got there, and then I had this account there last season. I put up 11,000. Yeah, so it was 11,000, and then like the clan itself, I think we did like 45 or 46 or something like that. So in moving over to Bushwhackers to focus on this, we're like 3,000 away from the relegation line. And my 2 accounts combined have like 5K, so it's basically all my fault that we're getting relegated. I thought that with Master 3 opening up last season, that Master 2 would be easier this season, so I didn't mind focusing on Bushwhackers, but it just didn't turn out that way. We got in a tough bracket, I guess, and just no good.
Well, if you need somebody, I can throw an alt over there if you want to.
Yeah, I'm always willing to take if anybody wants to help out, but I don't want to like poach anybody. And it's kind of just like we just kind of have fun, so we don't take it too seriously.
No, but I got enough that I can, I can put in a couple points. I'm not going to grind all that hard, but I'll definitely get to where
we don't have many. There's only a couple of us that actually really grind. So we have a couple of really good pro tournament players. I've coached up a handful of my buddies, and it's between me and like 3 other guys in there, the only ones that really play expert. But we've got a couple of different guys who are pretty good at pro. Some of them used to play expert, but kind of just got fed up with the ridiculous scores that people are putting up. Like they don't take it seriously enough, and we don't. I mean, we don't have notes or anything. They would watch my streams if I stream sometimes, but
There
they
were
don't
some
really care.
stupid scores. You're right, Carl.
Yeah.
There you go. JT was in the first push. I don't think he was in the second push. Dylan, yeah. Dylan was in the first push. I don't know if he was in the second push or not. I can't remember.
Yeah, they're all kind of started to blur together.
Well, this is only like our third push, right?
Yeah.
Pete said we might do it like every 6 months.
Yeah, I think that's about where we are right now, I think. Not too crazy.
Now,
Plus 13.2 at a min. I'm going to go 13.5 at a min. 10, 14, 3. I'm going to go 3 3/4.
you got to drop this.
I should have if I hit a perfect ball, but it's going to miss on the right. Obviously. Yeah, this is my favorite new hole on 11. The only one that I think is worth a damn because it's, like I said earlier, it's almost always a power slice drive, which are my specialties. And then I'm in short iron. It should be a perfect as in situation, but hitting perfect didn't always be that easy.
Actually, I like to power slice this one.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
you can't go too much topspin or it'll screw you.
Yeah, you'll roll right through.
Let's see here. We'll go right about there.
This damn hole.
I may not have enough fucking time here.
Plus 20 mid, we'll go 8. No, plus.
Go, slow down. Slow down. Ah. And I got a crap sand wedge on here from the tournament. I'm still playing a Malibu. Damn it.
Good Lord, what a terrible shot that was.
You're telling me. Carl's been in Bushwhackers. So who's been in Bushwhackers since season 1, Carl? It's you, Brendan, JJ, and Steve? Although Steve, now he's in his retirement, what is he playing? Disc golf or whatever he's doing now. For fuck's sake, this sucks. I'm going to have to drop a wedge.
Yeah, I started off in Alley Cats. I did 2 seasons with the family. And
I've never played in the family. No interest either, really.
That was kind of when I was still trying to still getting into it. I just made my second account that I put in Alley Cats, and let's see, and then they said like, oh yeah, the family. I think it was the very first season of C100 where they got in, and I joined while they were already in, so I didn't get the Centurions, and then we got relegated, but pushed back up the next season, got promoted back into it, and then I left to focus on my clan because we were on a promotion push. And when I got done with that, I was like, all right, I want to get back into a 19th clan. And Pete and Ray were like, well, come join the Mofos. I was like, oh, well, hell yeah, let's do it. So I've been in Bushwhackers with one or other of my accounts ever since then. I think we pushed like my second or third season with them, maybe.
So you got there right before I did.
Yeah, I think so. I think I pushed with Junior the first one, and then I used this account to push.
Come the fuck on. How did that miss? I'll be right back.
All right.
Give me a second.
Lord knows I can chatter on all on my own. Oh. This has been an interesting addition to Tour 11 because sets up nicely with any kind of a headwind off the tee. You have to lay up, and it sets up really nicely for a long iron rough bump for your third shot for the eagle. Which is why I'm laying up over here on the right side, not blasting it down that left side of the second fairway. With this tailwind, he might crank up the topspin. Yeah, try and reach the green. We got some OG mofos, huh? Carl and Paul. Yeah, like I said, I bounced around quite a bit. I didn't really know much about clans or anything else, or the community that was the 19th for a good chunk of the game. The only streamer I really knew was Tommy. Looks like he'll clip the rough and roll out. Yeah. Couldn't quite get there. All right. The thing to keep in mind for this rough bump is that it plays downhill. Plus 20 at a mid. So let's stick.
Paul, your first Bushwhackers too, huh?
I'm going to go 16.8 rings here.
I didn't know Pete and Queenie were first. I knew they were early. I didn't know that they were in their first season. But Bushwhackers, they weren't. There was like no 19th at the first, right?
I'm not really sure how it got started. I thought that Pete and Queenie were that Pete was the creator of it, or maybe not.
Brendan was the first president, I think.
Was he?
No, actually, I don't want to go that much. I'd rather come up short. I probably needed backspin on this.
Yeah, my history of the Golf Clash clans is not good because I don't really know anything about them. I met James when I was trying to join a 19th clan, and then kind of everything else just kind of fell in place from there.
It was 19th from the beginning. Interesting.
It was?
Yeah, that's what Paul's saying.
Yeah. Yeah, the fraction and division of various 19th clans. Like I just haven't paid that much attention to it. I don't know a whole lot about it. I know like some of them have joined and then left, and like I think let's see, Andrew Hagen brought Unity in, and then they left. And was Nemesis ever part of the 19th? Were they for like a season and then left? Was it Robbie Stockton's clans? I don't know. I get confused. I listen to some streamers and they know like every little thing that's ever happened with Golf Clash Elite and the 19th and stuff like that. I don't have a clue. I don't pay attention to most of it.
I don't either. I can't even keep up with all the 19th clans.
Right.
It seems like there's a new one every other week.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Come on, Lou, get it in the hole. I'm rooting for you. That ain't gonna make it, Lou. Oh, it could. Come around there. He said, oops.
I should say, great shot, hole in one.
Is that you?
Yeah, I made it. Let's see. 374. Nice. This shootout is a pain in the ass.
Oh, I liked it on Tour 8.
It just the angle from the back tees. I've had more success playing from the left if I've got a kingmaker on, especially, or playing from the right rather than playing from the left. Like even if it totally depends on the wind angle whether I can even play over on the right side or not. But like even my best shot from this angle that he's playing right here will be like 3.5 yards away. And watch, he's going to roll past, and that's going to keep going. Oh, no, not too bad. 2.8. Yeah, that's not too shabby. Really, that's a great shot from that angle. Because the green just is crazy. November 2018.
Oh, dear God. Oh, my God. Is that serious? Oh, my God, Eric. You got to be shitting me. All right, so Carl's got a spreadsheet here he sent me. Yeah, there's Paul.
I would not have been in by then.
No, this is like...
Long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see... There's Ray. Oh, that's right, Stu. Terry?
Posty was still in back then? Oh,
Billy?
Terry. Yeah. Terry's been in for a while.
Man, I cannot believe I jacked that drive as bad as I jacked it. What a shit show. I should just fucking forfeit. Yeah, I hear you, Paul. I just jacked the drive. Completely jacked the drive. I wasn't paying attention.
I needed more topspin there. This could be ugly. 2 awful drives. Well done for the both of us. Oh, I'm going to have tailwind, so I'll be fine. Caddy wind.
I need this guy to shoot it way long and go off into the rough, but that ain't going to happen.
No, this second shot's brutal. But with that, with a little bit of headwind, yeah, he's not going deep.
All he has to do is get on the green.
Yeah.
Oh, he almost hit the rough, though. Shoot.
Ooh, the great right really cost him.
Yeah, he's still better than I am.
Yeah, it needed him to funnel all the way down to the end, but not quite off in order to.
But this is just a nasty shot here.
Yeah. With the secondary wind effect is so massive, and the slope of the green just wreaks all kinds of havoc.
And I think it plays at like 20%.
Half plus 6.5 plus 1, 8, 10, 7.
Fuck, and it's going to require OP. Good game, buddy.
9, 9. Half.
Get in the hole. Ah, it died. I think I needed 2 ticks of left spin on that.
Almost got there.
Yeah, almost is going to lose some trophies.
Yeah. Horseshoes and hand grenades, but not golf clash. Is what almost.
So, Bob, do you guys go back to work anytime soon?
My wife is back to work. She's been back since the day after the hurricane hit. They had a hurricane day off, but has been back there ever since, trying to get their property fixed back up. The rental properties over there. It's an apartment complex. I am back in school now, so when I didn't have power or internet, there's nothing I could do. All my classes are online. I don't have a job lined up yet. I didn't have one when we came down here, but I had some GI Bill eligibility left, so I just using that to get paid to go back to school again.
What are you going to school for?
I general business. I've got a bachelor's in criminology and criminal justice, and eventually want to open up my own private investigation firm. So I figured doing a business school just to get paid and get some experience in there in the meantime is probably the way to go. But it's really just to have an income for the time being while I'm trying to find a job down here since we just moved.
We should chat, Bob. I train investigators nationally every year.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm looking to get into.
Yeah, I train defense investigators. There's a national conference. I do it twice a year.
Yeah.
We get about 250, 300 people from all over the country.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and I train them on forensics.
Oh, beautiful.
Like cell phone forensics, GPS, quadrants, how to plot from cell tower stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot of the stuff that I'm looking to get into, so definitely.
Yeah, I was actually just consulting last night on a case in Pennsylvania to help these folks out. But yeah, you know what? He sent it. That wasn't good for him. But I was thinking that wasn't a bad idea. Although he got pretty far, he's going to be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, cheers, Paul. I was a Marine from 2006 to 2010. Oops.
There's a funnel here, but it's a beast to find.
Yeah, looks.
There she is.
Oh, we got this one with nice tailwind for the second time today. We will be sending it. I don't know, Chance. He's flashing shades.
What a shit shot.
Chance must be somewhere in the night. Gonna flash shade. I don't know who he is, but all right. Is Legion still around, Carl? I have such a hard time keeping track. I hardly go on Facebook anymore.
I think they're still around.
Used to try and keep up with like the list of all the 19th clans, but I'm so rarely on Facebook anymore that it's harder and harder to keep track of.
So Paul's saying he was a Marine. Was he a Marine? He says 0211 here. I'm assuming that means something to you guys.
0211. I don't know what MOS that is. Is that engineer? Oh wait, no. Oh, that's an Army designation, isn't it, Paul?
He says not Jawhead. Though.
So, like, the different branches have different ways of designating what your occupational specialty is, and I think that is an Army designation for his MOS. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but
yeah, I mean, I know what MOS is. My brother,
yeah.
my most of my family was all military.
Yeah. The designations, like, so all of the Marine Corps designations are just 4-digit numbers. The Navy designations actually go along with like their ranks. So instead of just like the chief petty officer, they actually go by like whatever their MOS is as part of their rank.
Yeah,
that was
like
fun.
E5, E6, something like that, right?
Yeah, so they would have like our corpsmen were like what's it called? HM 1, 2, 3. So like the HM was their designated MOS, and then the number behind it would be their rank. And the Army, I think, was like what Paul was doing. They like the dashes in between. I think that's but they have some letters and stuff for theirs as well. So like I was 3531, which is motor T.
I had a guy on my team that he got into the military kind of late, right? Like he must have been like late 20s, mid 20s, late 20s.
Yeah.
But he was like, he did, I think, 4 tours as an Army Ranger in Afghanistan.
Jesus.
He went in right after Somalia. So whenever Somalia was, he went in after. He went into Somalia right after Somalia. But at like 45, 48, the dude was in extreme good shape still.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Somebody calling you?
No, everything just kind of cut off for a second. I don't know. It said I was reconnecting, and I looked up, and my internet's still going strong. So I don't know what in the world's happening.
I heard a beep beep. So yeah.
Yeah, so did I. But I think it was from when I reconnected, it just automatically came back or something. I don't know. What did he wait that long for to join? Do you know? Or
he was a college basketball player. He played college ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lieutenant who played D2 college football. He was a defensive lineman. He was about 6'5", wide as a refrigerator, probably about 250 pounds. We called him Tiny.
I walked on. I walked on and got redshirted to play basketball.
Did you?
Yeah, but I'm 6'5", 225 pounds.
Yeah, Well, that helps.
Well, but in those days, I was like 6'5". I think I was like maybe $175.
Yeah.
And the Big Ten was like, it was a banging bodies kind of thing. And I had this girl, I was redshirted, and she was in the School of Nutrition, and her job was to put weight on me. Like that was like, she was a grad student, and they were like, all right, well, you got to beef this guy up, right? Because I was still growing.
Right.
And she put me on this like special nutrition program, and I ate all their foods and all that sort of stuff. And I felt bad for her because I think I put on like 7 pounds. And she was just like, this is bad, dude. I'm going to fail. You didn't put on any weight. And I'm like, I think that just happens with some people. I think you just got to.
Not everybody is the same. Like, you can't really just like say, oh, well, you only gained 7 pounds. Like, you know, that it's. When I was graduating, from high school, I wrestled. I quit every other sport. I played basketball, baseball, soccer, but quit everything in high school for wrestling. And like my senior year, when I got done, I was 5'11", and I was wrestling at like 145-pound weight class. And like, you know, but when you're 18 years old, you don't have any man strength on you yet. There's no real like. You know, people develop in such different ways. There's no real way to say like, oh, well, you didn't put enough weight on him, so you failed. Like, people's bodies are all just different. You can't just like say, oh no, well, it didn't work, you fail or whatever. Like, you don't start putting your man strength on until much later.
That's a true statement.
Like, I lifted like crazy all throughout high school, wrestling and stuff, and like. And I mean, I got strong and everything, but nothing to the like when I started like powerlifting when I was 25, 26, I put on weight like and put on muscle just like crazy fast. Like, I went from like 180 to 205 pounds just by lifting like crazy for 3-4 months, and that would have been just completely impossible when I was in high school.
Yeah, I never lifted weights. I refused.
Where'd you go to college? I mean, Big Ten.
Yeah, I went to Ohio State.
Yeah, even just walking on there, that's crazy. Were you there? Anybody famous play while you were there?
So, yeah. I mean, not really. Derek Anderson, who he left to go. He left after the year I was there. Everybody left because there was all kinds of scandals and stuff. And he left to go to Kentucky, and then he blew out his knee in Kentucky and then went pro. Jimmy Jackson was a year ahead of me. Lawrence Funderburk was there when I was there. Funderburk was probably the biggest name at the time. Yeah. But I went to a summer league one year, right? And I was in high school. And I was probably, I don't know, at the time, I was a little guy, right? And it was a Nike summer camp, and it was they routed the kids that if you were Division I, you got roommated with a Division II guy, and that was all for like, because most of the Division I guys were black and the Division II guys were white, and so it was some kind of like racial harmony kind of nonsense or whatever. And I was a D2 recruit at the time. I wasn't going to play college ball or anything like that, but I was a sophomore in high school, so I had no idea. I was probably about 5'6". So I was like 15 years old. I don't even think I had fully hit puberty yet. And my parents drive me up, and it's in Detroit. And my roommate was, at the time, 6'7", 235 pounds. And a big black dude with like a full chest hair, right? And I'm a country kid. Like, there's 8,000 people in the whole county I grew up in, right? And I think we lost Bob. You there, Bob?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know what the hell's going on. Something action.
So my mom and dad my mom and dad dropped me off, and they pulled me aside, and my mom was like, he had a full chest hair. And my mom was like, that's a grown man, you know? And I was like, yeah, that's all right. We'll be okay. It turned out he was ranked the #1 junior in the country at the time. I didn't know it because nobody knew anybody. It was high school ball, right? And it turned out to be Chris Webber, and so he went to Michigan, and I went to Ohio State. But we spent a week together. We kept in touch for a long time.
Did you give him shit about his boneheaded play on the timeout call?
Yeah. So interestingly enough, he came to Washington the same year I got here.
Oh yeah.
And so I got a lot of tickets to the Wizards games and stuff like that. It was super cool. And I mean, there's only so much trouble you can give him about the timeout, you know.
Yeah, so I grew up, I said earlier, down in Dallas, and when he was on the Kings, they knocked Dallas out of the playoffs like 2 or 3 years in a row. And so he was super hated. So like that was something to cling on to. Like, oh yeah, but he was a bonehead at Michigan. Like
he was a beast in Sacramento though. When they had like Jay Williams and the whole nine,
Vlade Divac and somebody else. They had like just a monster squad. They hardly played any defense.
They had Jason Williams, dude. That dude was a street ball extraordinaire.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, white chocolate.
But you know what? He's from West Virginia.
Yeah.
He grew up in the same town, I believe, as Randy Moss.
Oh, all right.
But like at that summer camp, like Anthony Hardaway was there, Chris Webber was there. I mean, there was a whole plethora of like great players.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and my best friend, he played at Illinois State, and he was ranked really high. And I remember like watching him on the court, and Webber like drop stepped and dunked it on him, and you knew he was a man among boys. He was so fast, and his hands were so good.
Illinois State's in the Valley, isn't it? The Missouri Valley?
Yeah.
All right. So my roommate I guess he was my second roommate. My sophomore year of my first tour at college, I went to St. Louis U, and his brother was the assistant at Illinois for Bruce.
Who was the coach? Who was the head coach?
Bruce Webber.
Oh, yeah.
My roommate was Chris Lowry was his assistant. So he was at Southern Illinois at first. That's where it was, in the Valley.
That's where
Southern Illinois. And
yep. That's where my buddy went.
Salukis,
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I should be
So he was the assistant at Southern Illinois, then went with Bruce Webber to Illinois, and then was the head coach at SIU for a little bit. Now they're back together. He's his assistant at K-State now. But Missouri Valley basketball was big. I mean, the Arch Madness tournament was in St. Louis every year, so like all of the Valley schools would come and party for a week in St. Louis.
I don't know. I just did that shit.
Like Creighton, SIU. I think
Those are big basketball programs, dude. St. Louis is a good basketball program.
Yeah, they've been kind of up and down. So when I was there, they were very down. They had just an awful couple of years stretch. But like a couple of years before I came, they'd won Conference USA. The year that Kenyon Martin was at Cincinnati, he broke his ankle in like the first round of the CUSA tournament against SLU, and SLU knocked him out. They were the 1 seed in Conference USA, and SLU went on to win the tournament and get into the big dance. So
that's when Bob Huggins was the coach.
Yes, he was. Yeah. Yep. Huggy Bear was the coach at Cincinnati there. Yeah.
He only recruited from JUCOs.
Yeah, and only just like the worst human beings ever, too.
He's not that far from it in West Virginia doing the same thing.
Yeah. He'd just take. I hate to throw around like they're just complete thugs, but all of Huggy Bear's teams are just that. Like, just he would just take the absolute worst people in the world and put them on a basketball team, and not surprised when things went horribly wrong. But it was always a good time to go see, like, and just having a nice rooting interest in SIU is kind of fun too. And they still played SLU every year. I think they still do. I went to Carbondale to visit my buddy. He was living there, and we went to a game. And their basketball stadium was phenomenal. Like, it's crazy because you don't think of it as that big of a school, but like they're just diehard basketball fans.
Dayton's the same way.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends that went to Dayton, some family and stuff too, and yeah.
Oh yeah, what years?
My cousin, I have cousins there now actually.
Okay.
Trying to think.
I grew up like 20 miles from Dayton.
Yeah, most of my cousins that went there are younger than I am, and I'm 35, so they would have been there probably well behind you. But
there's a great high school up the street called Chaminade, which is
in Ohio,
in Dayton, right up the street from UD, right up the street from Dayton. It's called Chaminade.
In St. Louis also, and a ton of really good basketball players go there. David Lee, most recently Jason Tatum went to Chaminade. They've had Bradley Beal went there as well.
Yeah, it's a wizard.
All went to Chaminade.
Yeah, the Chaminade, that's the Marianists run that. So they have several high schools.
Yeah.
The one in Dayton is where what's their guy's name? Emilio Estevez, their dad. That's where he went to school.
Charlie Sheen.
Martin Sheen. I think Charlie might have went there as well.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, I had an ex who
it's
was
in the hood though. UD's in the hood.
Yeah. She was in chiropractic school, and some of her really good friends were from Dayton. And look at that! when they were making that run in the tournament, we hung out with them and watched all the games with them. Yeah, just basketball crazy.
I wanted to go to Dayton.
Yeah.
Yeah, the place I was really recruited to go to was in Columbus. It's a little school called Otterbein.
Yeah.
And I really, because the basketball coach at Otterbein, his son went to high school with my brother. They were best friends in high school. And it was a decent program, but it was like, they weren't offering full scholarships, and I couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was not a good enough athlete to continue on. I placed third in state for Greco-Roman wrestling, which nobody does until the Olympics, basically, so it's completely worthless.
Hey, what's going on, Ryro?
Thanks for the good luck, fellas, and thanks for the bam on that Alba. Yeah, bing, bang, boom. Spitting Albas on Tour 11. That's the second one. Not for me, but I have an ace and an Alba now on stream. But I had an opponent make an Alba on me. And an ace, I think. So, yeah, good stuff today.
I know, like, wrestling just in the Midwest in general is huge. Like Ohio, Pennsylvania, Missouri, Iowa, Illinois.
Yeah, so, like, Texas high school wrestling was big, but none of the colleges in Texas actually have a wrestling program.
Oh,
so
wow.
And basically the national champions have been either like Iowa or Oklahoma State for the last like 3 decades. It's one of those two programs, and it's just, Big Ten wrestling is massive. SEC doesn't have wrestling either, so even though Mizzou is in the SEC now, they wrestle in like the Big East and just destroy everybody because they have a really good program, and nobody can really compete with them because they've been a powerhouse forever. And when they left the Big 12, they didn't have anywhere to go, so they're just like kicking the crap out of lesser teams now in a bad conference. But I wasn't anywhere near good enough to continue that into college. I'm only 5'11", so
yeah, but that's
much of anything else was,
isn't it? Hey, ringers, but that's kind of an advantage, isn't it?
Yeah, but in wrestling I was tall, but for other sports I was short. Like I was one of the tallest wrestlers, and at 5'11", and I was only wrestling 145. So like everybody I was wrestling was like 5'3", 5'4", and just like that was different. So, but then I was playing baseball and basketball, and I'd be the short guy. So I was just kind of like right in between. And all my friends are like 6'3", 6'4", so I always just felt short.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have that problem. I wish I were short.
Yeah. No complaints though. Like I was always kind of like very athletic. Like I played every sport and was good, but not great at everything. Like, and if I practiced anything, then I could be one of the top players. But like, I would never be the best player on the field, but I would routinely be the second or third best, and like really focus on fundamentals and trying to get all that shit together. And I would always be good, but not great at everything that I did. But I just, size and strength and everything, I couldn't really get too far.
So my best friend in high school was a wrestler, and he was pretty good. I don't think he was at the level of like going to state, although he got pretty far along. And I can just remember like picking him up, season, and it was like he's got on 3 pairs of sweats, and then he's got on some like plastics on, and he's spitting into a cup, not eating for a couple of days. I'm like, dude, this stuff is rough, man. And he's trying to cut like 7, 8 pounds, 10, 15 pounds some days in a matter of like,
Yeah.
I gotta cut 12 pounds by tomorrow.
Yep.
So we're gonna go to the gym, and
I'm gonna put on some trash bags and run on the treadmill for the next 4 hours.
well, no, he's gonna do it and get in the sauna.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I would usually run. I didn't do a lot of sauna stuff, but like, weight cutting, it got to be such a big deal that like the high school athletic organizations, like at the state level, started like introducing different concepts to try and make it less dangerous. So like when I was in high school, my high school was actually not in any conference because I went to a private high school, and the conference that we were in disbanded because the other big Catholic high school in Texas were winning everything. So all the other Catholic, like Christian high schools were like, screw you guys, we're not playing with you anymore, and started their own league. So we were, we didn't have a conference, and eventually we got into the public school one, and the public school interscholastic league said like, all right, well, we're going to start recording your weights at the beginning of every week, and you're only allowed to cut 5 pounds a week. Like, so if you weigh in at the beginning of the week and you're trying to wrestle at 145 pounds, you have to weigh 150 pounds at the beginning of the week, or they're not going to let you do it.
Sure, all fine and dandy, but everybody's cutting weight like hell before Monday, and then they're just shoving a bunch of food in their mouth.
It's just all it did is just rotate the way, when you were cutting your weight. Like, it didn't matter at all. Like, suddenly you're just having to cut weight on Sundays instead of on whenever else you're trying to. Like, it didn't. I don't know what difference it makes or not, but I'm glad that I didn't have to deal with that because, I could basically show up on Monday and be like, oh, we got to weigh in tomorrow for a duel or for a tournament or whatever it was, and just be like, well, all right, I'm cutting 6 pounds today.
Yeah. Well, at my height, I could have wrestled, but I was just way too damn tall.
Yeah, it is you have to kind of have a certain frame.
What the fuck you got a zircon for, dude?
The short, stocky guys had such an immense advantage because they got nothing to grab.
Hey, Emma.
They're low center of gravity, and you can't get them off balance, and you can't get them to take a step wrong because they're just so tiny that they're, built like a little R2-D2 machine. Like, you can't do anything against that.
Yeah, the buddy I had, one of the other friends that I had wrestled, he wrestled at senior in high school. He was 5'4" and wrestled at 112.
Yep.
Like, you're a senior in high school. How are you wrestling at 112?
Yeah, one of my best friends was, two of them actually. I had two really good friends that were also on the wrestling team, and they were both short. And they were like, junior year, one of them was cutting to 103. And, I mean, that's insane. Like, I weighed 103 pounds when I was I think 9 years old. And he's 16, 17 years old and cut to that level. That's crazy. Just crazy. That's what they're built like, Ryro, like a tiny little squat machine that you can't knock off balance, though.
Yeah, good luck taking them down.
Exactly. They got nothing to grab. They're built like little trash cans. You can't do shit with that.
I don't know if I said hi, Emma. Hi, Emma. What's going on?
That's kind of where I was expecting the last time I was on this hole, expecting our opponent to land, about 3.6 away. Did a nice job there keeping it close.
Yeah, it's not a bad shot.
Yeah, but I should be closer. Just got to get my adjustment right. We're going to go with 8.9. 8.8. Let's call it 8.8.
Almost timed out watching your shot.
Oh, did not have enough juice. That's going to be way short. I cannot believe that. Ridiculous. I'm going to have to call it quits here shortly.
Yeah, I've got to call at 1 o'clock. I got to jump on for work.
All right. Yeah. Get back to some schoolwork and feed the dogs and let them out here. So
sounds good.
Let me. How about I'll get one more opponent. If I get a rematch, then we'll rematch them for all three. If not, then we'll just call it quits after, or I'll call it quits after this one.
Sounds good to me.
All right. We've done some good work today. Let's see how many points we put up.
I haven't paid any attention.
180 for you, 264 for me. That's good. That's a good chunk.
I want to play this at 6.
Yeah, we've seen some good stuff. I had an opponent make an ace and an Alba. I had an Alba and an ace myself.
I played pretty poorly today, I must say. I'm not even paying that much attention, and oh, dear God. I'm hitting shit like that, which is just completely unfortunate.
Queenie says we have to go for another 30 minutes. Can you do 30 more minutes?
I can't. I gotta call it 1. I have to be on.
All right. I'll keep grinding, but it just won't be on stream.
I gotta do some work. I gotta make it look like I'm doing something here. How did you figure out how? Oh, because you went into the clan to see. How did you know how many points we put up? All right.
I up before we started so that we could see how many we put up during the stream. Or maybe that's probably just since this morning. Actually, I'm not really sure. I don't know what time I popped it open was.
I've been grinding all morning. I wasn't going to grind much at all this week. And then I saw Paul put up some numbers, so I was like, I can't let him. Oh, my opponent screwed it.
Joneses.
I can play one more. Let me see if you guys.
I can't get an opponent.
They're scared.
They must be. I ran through all the opponents in 11 today. Murph, I started off my day against Murph. He was my first opponent of the day. I play him all the time.
Let me see. Where are we at in terms of the league?
He'll usually give me a rematch if he wins the first, but if I win the first, he probably won't.
Dude, we're only 11K behind the money team. I say we take them.
11? What we were like 16.
Yeah, we're gaining ground because I think they're all like taking the week off. I think we go after their ass.
I think we should. I think so.
I'm good with like a Sunday grind.
Let's just push all week, see where we end up. I think we can catch them. without
what kind of profile pics this guy got. Good Lord.
That's fucked up.
Jesus, man. Pradeep, you need to get to grinding, dude. We're gonna try it. We're gonna take these dudes.
Yeah, let's go. We're going for gold, baby.
Bob and I have made an executive decision.
I am in charge in no way in this clan whatsoever. I've been a member for a long time. I don't get to make decisions, but that's my decision. Is I'm going to push like hell so we can get gold.
That's both of us, Bob.
What everybody else wants to do, they can do, but I'm going to push like hell.
Yeah, Pradeep. Bob and I, of two guys of no authority whatsoever, have decided that we are going for gold.
If I say it in the chat, then it has to come true.
That's a true story. That would be funny if word got around.
Hey, Bob and Eric said we got to go for it. Let's see.
Let's hope this doesn't get wet. You suck. Yep, Bob put it in the chat. It's on now. Love that shot. That's the best shot of the day. Pradeep, what do you mean you didn't get that memo? We've been talking about. We've been in first all week long, or all season long. Give me a good wind. Ooh, that's a nice wind. Ooh, that's going to be tough, though. That ain't going to make it. Do I blast it?
Pete, all right. Well, if Pete's saying we better get a gold, then he's actually got authority and can make that declaration. But the memo has been passed officially because it says it right here. Gold push, baby. That's the memo. You just got it, Pradeep. You just got it.
Oh, that did get over. I'm surprised that got over. Thank you for the caddy wind.
Nice.
I shredded that memo. Oh, come on. Come on, Glenn.
We'll fax it to you again. Don't worry about it.
You're right, Pete. If everybody got their men, we'd crush it.
Yeah, let's go, Pradeep. That's what I'm talking about. Where are you at? Oh, you're right ahead of me? I'm going to catch you, mofo. I'm going to catch you today. You better be on your horse.
So, Pete, you know what, Pete? That was a very rational decision you just made there. That was a good decision timing him out.
Excellent moderating.
Yeah. That's it. All right. I'm going with the Pradeep adjustment here.
Oh.
It's been money here. Pradeep gave it to me a while ago, and it has been money.
Well, then use it.
Yeah, dude, it's been money.
7. I'm going to add 3 here. 12-4.
Pradeep is like the Tour 10 beast. Yep, see, you already put it in the chat. I knew it, Pradeep. I got it memorized, dude. I'm going to go 5 back, 1 right. And,
Oh my God!
And about a half a ball of curl. Oh
I can't
shit! He hit a good shot though.
Went that far.
It should be close to 1 to. Oh no, not -10. It won't be 1-1.
Oh, mid -10 should be like 1-1
9-9.
minus. I bet it's about 8-2.
9-9.
12 miles an hour. 9-9. Yeah, that's about mid -10.
Yeah.
10-8, 9. Yeah. Doing my maths in my head. Yeah, so you see Murph won the first one, so we get a rematch. Like I said, if he wins the first one, I usually get a rematch with him. I cannot believe how far that thing rolled past the pin. That's crazy.
Ah, shit. Too much curl. Or I pulled too much. I'm not sure which. You going one more, Bob?
Yeah, I got a rematch, so.
All right.
I'm going to play until Murph quits. If I win here, he won't rematch me again, I don't think, but I don't know. Yeah, he'll be my last opponent, whatever happens. If he rematches, then I'll do one more, but if not, then this will be the last one.
Yeah, I'm ready to grind, though. I'm ready to take these guys for gold. I've been itching to do it all week to get people to do it.
Yeah, me too. We just need to inspire folks to
I mean, some people are like, oh, it doesn't get you anything.
I don't care.
Me neither. I'm the same way. I'm like, yep, I give a shit. Let's get it.
There was, where's the push that we did? This one, the silver. On the last day of the season, it was like in doubt whether we were going to hold on to silver. And I think it was the Spanish team last time that was pushing. I did like 1,100 points on that Sunday to make sure we got that silver. I don't care. Don't tell me it's not worth anything. Sure, it's not. I mean, in terms of logistics wise, but I want that damn gold thing around that season to say we pushed and we defeated everybody.
Yeah. We pushed, we came, we saw, we pushed.
Yeah. Everybody's pushing, but we did it best.
All right, dude, let's see what you got.
8, 6.
I'm putting. I'm dancing. I think this guy's actually pretty good, though.
Yeah.
I hope he put a bunch of top spin on it. Yeah, get over there. Ooh. Unlucky man. I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it, though.
No. He's playing super far back with this second shot. And with any kind of headwind like this, you run the risk of ending up short and staying in the rough or in the trap.
Was that you, Mike, from the family?
Got on.
That's all right. Bob and I were just trying to figure out what to do, and then I was like, all right, we're just going to go ahead and forfeit.
Yeah, we were talking about it. Eric flashed shades, and we didn't see him in response, but then saw that you pulled out a Marlin after he shot a title, and then that nonsense
shootout.
Yeah,
I was like, what's he doing on the shootout? I figured you could have been a replay.
Yeah. Until you hit a wedge in the shoot. Then we figured it out.
All right, I'm going to pull back and wait and see what Bob does.
Hopefully win the shootout, and then Murphy probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going to watch you win the shootout.
Yeah, this one's has been any kind of, you can't play the rough bump here with this wind.
Sorry, Glenn.
Basically, what I've learned about this shootout is you have to play a massive offset with a massive over adjustment and just kind of hope for the best. So I'm going to play it as plus 25 at 1-to-1. So basically a plus 25 max. And let's see, with like a 14-mile-an-hour wind, we're going to offset like three and a quarter squares or so, which seems absurd, but we'll see what happens. Massive offset, massive over adjustment, and pray for the best.
Was that his shot right there?
Yeah.
All right, you got a chance.
Oh, yeah.
You get the side of that.
Oh, yeah. I'm not. It should be. So that is going to be...
Thanks, Mike, for the good luck. I don't think we're really going to need it, but I don't know if you were here earlier, but Bob and I, as non-decision makers in the clan, have declared that we're going for gold.
7 and 7. And after release from the right, which I do not enjoy doing. Uh-oh. Stop. But it'll be a win. Like I said, just massive over adjustment, massive offset with this one. And since we won, I kind of doubt we'll get a rematch, but I don't know. Maybe Murph's feeling generous here. Usually we split and then he bolts.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, that'll be it. Well, right on, brother. This was fun.
Yeah, man, we'll have to do it again.
Stream. Definitely, yeah. We'll give it a look-see. I'll be on most of the day trying to make our executive decision happen. So appreciate everybody stopping by. Thanks for all the good lucks.
Yep, everybody have a great day.
Yeah. See ya.